Sitting in traffic sucks donkey balls, so let's do something constructive with it. Companion follow-up to the previous video I made. I talked about, whatchamacallit. Sorry when there's lots of distractions and you're old, squirrel. I talked about taking stock of what's good in your life. And it's a really important thing to do, honestly, weekly. So if you're really struggling, do it daily. But normal person living through life, at least do this once a week, man. Whenever you can just get a moment to center yourself and not have electronic distractions or people or kids tugging on your cape. Sit down and think about what you have to be thankful for. So, in that spirit, here's mine. End of 2024, my parents are still alive. Fucking unbelievably grateful for that. I didn't know they would live this long. I've been living in fear for well over a decade, not knowing how long they would live. And since they moved away in 2010, that's almost 15 years ago, I didn't know how that was going to play out, because for all my life they lived in the same town. So they are, quick math, 77.5 years old. 77. Yeah, people live longer, but mine aren't like, fitness nuts or anything like that. They do okay taking care of themselves, but their biggest thing is they travel a lot and they're on the move a lot, and so they stay busy. They're neither one of them are really sedentary, which I'm grateful for. So they're still alive. They didn't get to physically be here this Christmas, but we tried something very obvious that we'd never tried before. We set up the iPad on FaceTime, and they were both sitting there on their cute little couch in their little mansion over in North Georgia, and it was basically like they were right there with us. Yeah, we couldn't hug them, but they were there. They were present while all that was going on, while I was there with my kiddos and we're opening gifts and stuff. And it made Christmas feel a lot less empty. But the original thing is, thank you, Lord, or whoever is in charge of things, for my parents still being alive. P.S. They're about to celebrate their 55th wedding anniversary. Let that sink in. 55 years. I'm only 40, and I haven't enjoyed living with myself for 30 of those years. I can't imagine living with another person that long. They've had a few ups and downs, but it's never, it's not like what a lot of couples have been through, right? Where there's like domestic abuse and verbal abuse and psychological abuse. Dad's a retired Marine, wonderful human being, if you ever get to engage with him one-on-one. But I think Mom has just beaten that poor man down. So I think that's what's made it work this long, is she's just kind of beating him down to where she can have him do what she needs him to. But they're awesome people. They're very involved. I've had a great relationship with them forever. We can make a whole video about that. So that's one thing. Second thing, I am grateful for my other half. I don't know if I should mention her name on camera or not. The internet's pretty fucking shady. Year and a half ago, I met a beautiful voice actress who was going through a really, really tough situation. And I did what I could to help her through that situation, and unfortunately things kind of went from bad to worse for her. So she had 2 back-to-back tragedies in her life. Neither one of them were something she could control, and it was a lot. But she is my best friend, and we have the most symbiotic relationship you've seen this side of the Discovery Channel, where we both bring so much to the table, and we both pull so much weight as people and as partners. We really do complement each other, and we make each other's lives better. So I'm extremely grateful for that, because I've had a lot of relationships in the last 20 to 25 years, and very few of them have been healthy. And make a great video about that too, as to why that is. I guarantee I'll take ownership for my role in it. Got my kiddos, they're both healthy. I get a knock on the head every now and again when I find out about someone's kid who died in a car accident, or was killed in part of a proxy war overseas, or is dealing with a terminal illness, any number of things that kids shouldn't have to go through. I'm grateful that mine are healthy and that I have such an amazing active role in their life. Their mom has been great as well, especially this year. Their mom's been great to work with as far as to co-parent and for us to help each other out. Let me get over here in a moment. Wait for it. Inertia. Groceries. My little brother Ryan, I can mention his name because we're not mentioning his last name, but you'll definitely see him in videos. My bestie, my helper. He's my enthusiastic little car helper. Wonderful human being. There was a brief period of time where we really just didn't see or talk to each other. We had a pretty nasty disagreement, but that has all changed in the last year or so. So that's my core group, man. Is Mel and Ryan and my kiddos, and they all, for one reason or another, think the world of me. So that's a wonderful thing to have. It goes back to the whole count your blessings thing, and don't overlook the good things and the good people in your life, particularly the people part. What else? I have 3 awesome cars. 2 of them actually run. The other one, it's not his fault. He was a dedicated race car for 10 years, and race engines don't live forever. So that one has been in a coma and just down for storage for the last few years while I get the rest of my life in order and not sink any more money into a project. But yeah, I've got my cars. They're all paid for. They've been paid for a while. It's a great feeling. And most part, I have my health, right? Same thing I just talked about with kids happens to adults. I'm very lucky at this point in time that I've not ever, it's gonna jinx me, I shouldn't put this shit on the internet, never broken a bone, never had to have stitches, I've never had an autoimmune or a terminal condition. We're very lucky, and these are things that those of us that never been through that don't really think about. A lot of people, you don't consider it until it happens. You're like, oh shit, how did this happen to me? I never saw this coming. So again, gratitude list. That's all I can think of right off the bat, but those are the most important things in my lives, is those immediate people close to me, my health, and my cars. There's probably more stuff I'm forgetting, but those are really the big things. That's mine. What's yours? Talk about it in the comments below. If you're nice, I'll actually read them.